Hey guys, and thank you so much for joining me for the first Orphan Black live show of this final season. Actually, I don't know if I've done a live chat on Orphan Black before. I think I just started covering it on this channel last year, but I've been watching the show since the beginning. Actually, not since the very beginning, but people said it was good, so I caught up a few seasons ago. I've been watching it live for a few seasons now. But maybe I've done live chats. Honestly, I don't remember. But if you are here, let me know you're in the room by saying hi. I see 2 people are in here, so hopefully we can get some more people in here. There's 5 people now. We can get more people so we can have a good conversation about this premiere episode for the final season. And say hello to me and let me know what you thought about this episode. Hi, Miriam and Lauren. Thank you both so much for being here. Hi, Allie. Looks like a lot of the same people who watch Twin Peaks, which is interesting because this is kind of, science fiction-ish like Twin Peaks. Not like Twin Peaks, but, similar themes. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Jay. Hi, thank you for stopping by, Jay. Hi, Chase. So what did you guys enjoy about this episode? Honestly, I haven't watched the previous season since it last aired, so I kind of forgot what happened. I'm so thankful they did the recap of everything, and it was nice to get that refresh, but I felt like there was a lot going on in this episode. It was a little bit confusing. Hi, Ariana. Hi, Casey. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Joey. I'm going to have my Pretty Little Liars video up tonight, but this is about Orphan Black, so you can stick around, but we'll be talking exclusively about Orphan Black. Thank you for being here, though. Hi, Ralph. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I guess, has it been a full year, or has it been longer than that? It just feels like one of those shows that I'm just kind of lost, but I guess I'm kind of like that on a lot of shows because I don't go back. I just don't have time to go back and rewatch everything before the new season comes out. So, I mean, there's so much going on, so many loose ends. We're finally going to meet the main person that they've been talking. It's kind of like a reveal for Pretty Little Liars, but on a much bigger scale, because this show has always had this central character that's been a mystery, and he's supposed to be way over 100. And we're going to finally meet this person. The only thing about this, how it's different than other shows, is that unless I'm wrong here, I don't think we've ever seen this person before, which it's more exciting to me when we can guess who this person is. That's a great question, Thomas. So Helena was stabbed in the stomach, and she's pregnant with twins, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. I mean, I want her to have the babies. I really love Helena, although I don't know. I think that with Allison's help, she could do a good job with the babies, Allison and Donnie, but I think it would be super sad if she ends up losing them because of this. I think she would be very devastated. Right, Lauren. So the Neolution guy, or what do we call him? What is the name that they've given to this mysterious person that's been throughout the whole show, but we've never met them before? It's supposed to be 170, so obviously that is not realistic in the time that we live, but I don't know if it's just a myth that he's that old, or if he's actually that old, or what is going on with that. Because even though we don't have, we have, I guess, some versions of cloning present day, I don't think this is as far-fetched as some shows, because I feel like cloning is a real possibility, and who knows what has been going on in the government here and in other countries. I don't know. There could be people amongst us who are clones. It's not that far out of an idea. And we also have this, I don't know if it's a clone that went wrong or whatever, but there's some sort of monster person out in the woods. You saw him attack Sarah. Really scary situation. You saw the wolf, I guess, that he half ate. I don't know, disgusting. So we have that going on. I was really nervous with Rachel, the scene with Rachel and Cosima, because I didn't know if she really wanted to help her, get better or not. Rachel, how can we trust her? Sometimes it's sometimes I felt like I could trust her, I guess maybe last season, but I ultimately think we cannot. Laurent says, you think the twins will heal themselves like Kira did when she got hit by the car back in season 1, since Helena and Sarah are twins? Okay, that's a really good point. And it definitely looks like Kira is in trouble. I saw the preview. I don't know if that was for the entire season. I think it was just for next week. Ralph says, no way are we getting to the end of the series without 1 or 2 of our clone club dying, which I definitely think is true. Now, the obvious choice here would be Cosima. I could even see it be Helena, but they could surprise us. And not, Cosima is hello. That's the obvious choice. But they could they could switch that around on us, and she could, I mean, I could see Sarah dying, to be completely honest. I'm with you, Thomas. I really like Crystal. She just makes me laugh, and I hope they bring her back because she thinks she's kind of a detective and stuff, and it's just funny. So I would like to see her back. Well, I mean, I feel like we'll see all the clones, even like the guy clone. I always forget his name, the guy that Tatiana plays, because it's the last season. So why not have everyone back in, you know, for the grand finale? But does anyone have any early theories or any ideas about how they're going to handle this reveal? And I still don't remember what they call this person, the 170-year-old person. That place that they're staying is super shady, that like camp or whatever. Really don't think that's a good place. I don't think the people have the best interest for the clones, you know. Ralph says if Allison dies, you riot. Am I? Oh, yes. Allison's my favorite. Like, I don't see that happening at all. So I love Allison. I really, Donnie, like, Donnie's funny to me. Like, I found him very funny when he was running through the woods with that, like, carry-on. He's so silly. And I feel really bad. Thomas thinks that Felix would die. I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess he could. I really like Felix, too. But I love Allison and Donnie. And then second to that is Helena, because I just think she's so funny. So I really loved how much time Helena spent with Allison and Donnie. Like, and I love how Helena's like obsessed with Donnie. Too funny. I just love it. I had a thought. I was going to tell you guys something and I totally forgot what I was going to say. I like lost my train of thought. It's off the tracks. But anyway, Ariana says Helena is your favorite and Allison is second. Yeah, I mean, to me, honestly, Sarah, I don't really like Sarah as much as I think I probably like Cosima better than Sarah. So we have MK too. We can't forget about her. I don't think she was in this episode, but LaRon thinks MK and Rachel dies. Now, I don't know much about MK, but she seems pretty nice. But with Rachel, like, who cares? You know, I felt like she was dead before, but she just like never dies. So I'm totally fine with her dying. But I feel like we won't get it that easy. And I definitely could see Rachel dying, but I also see someone that the fans like dying, sadly. But Ralph says, honestly, all the clones are great. I really don't like Rachel because I don't trust her and she's mean. But, and I've probably said this before, Tatiana is just like so amazing. I'm so glad she finally won an Emmy because she's so talented. I've never had to wonder, like when they switch scenes, I never wonder, wait, which one is this? And obviously everyone has different hairstyles and some hair colors and everything, but she's so good at it. Like, do you ever watch and think this is, you know, the same actress? Because I don't. I think of them as separate people. So I just think that shows you like how amazing she is, because to me, they're just so different. And she does such a great job. I mean, because you could put her in those different wigs and whatever, and you could still see the same actress, but I really don't. Ariana says you thought Rachel was getting less mean and shady, but you don't think so. Yeah, I believe like before we had the finale of last season, I was starting to trust her. I was like, okay, she's turning around. I started to feel sorry for her. You know, she went through all the drama with her eye and everything. But definitely no, not now, not at all. LaRon says, can we just say that Tatiana Maslany deserved the Emmy? You're forever amazed by her acting skills. Yeah, I think she's absolutely amazing. And I always wondered, like, every year, like, why is this woman not winning an Emmy? Like, I'm sorry, no one else is doing what she's doing. No one is playing a billion characters at a, you know, wonderfully. You know, I'm sorry. She at least needs one Emmy, please, people. Thomas asks if I think they can wrap the show up in these 5 seasons, or do you think they should do more? Yeah, I think it's actually time. I mean, I enjoy this show, but I just think how much longer can it go? And I think that it's time to end it, really. I kind of awesome. Okay. Okay, looks like I'm back. Sorry, temporarily lost. So that's a good question, LaRon. Did Rachel's mom survive? I felt like she did. I kind of remember that she did. Brian said, you love how the showrunners had 5 seasons in mind and they know when it's time to end it. Yes, exactly. I knew that. I knew that little piece of info there, and I think that's true. I feel like we have done these live chats before, have we? That's pretty sad. I do so many shows on this channel that I've forgotten what I've done live shows on before. Like some of them I definitely know I've done them, but like this one, have we done these? I definitely feel like some of us have talked before. Hi, Amber. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. But I don't know. I don't know where, I don't know. I definitely think there's going to be some sad moments, or maybe I even read that on Twitter because I follow everyone on Twitter. So I think there's going to be some really sad moments in this season because, well, it's ending, you know, we can expect that. But I just would love to, I just hope that Allison and Donnie and Helena are in every single episode. But I feel really worried for Helena. I really don't want her to lose those babies because she has enough issues and drama, and I think that would really like devastate her. I think she's excited about it. So I think that would be bad. But I just have to get back into the groove of this show because well, one thing I will say about this season opener is that they didn't waste time. Of course, it is the final season, but there was a lot going on and it was very fast paced, and they didn't like try to draw, like have long drawn out drama scenes, Thomas wishes that Pretty Little Liars could have been like this because as much as you love and have stuck by it, they probably have overdone it a bit. Yeah, I mean, Pretty Little Liars has been on for 7 years, and especially where it was like a high school show and they tried to take it into adulthood and everything, I think they probably should have tried to wrap it up like right after they graduated. Personally, I don't really understand going with them and jumping in time and all of that, but I think they probably saw it as a way to make a lot of money. It's super popular, so they probably don't regret it. Laurent says they have Art in a compromising situation. That's who I was wanting to talk about, and it just like escaped my mind with his daughter. But you think he finds a way to get rid of his new partner. So this woman is trouble, as we all know, and she's threatening his little girl. And I definitely think he will overcome this situation because his loyalty is to the clones. I don't think he's going to be a bad person and stab, the clones in the back or anything. Brian says, any ideas who or what is in those woods with Sarah? We talked about that a little bit early as we first started this. And I'm not sure. I kind of feel like, man, I am attracting the trolls like crazy lately. Really? Where's this coming from? I used to never have trolls. Anyway, I feel my personal opinion is that it is a clone that they were trying to create, or that they were, how shady they are, and like something went wrong, but this person or child at the time escaped, and they're like half monster, half human or something. I just feel like something bad happened with this person. Right, Ralph says it's probably a messed up clone. That's what I'm thinking, because they were doing a lot of stuff at that institute last year where they were like, people were supposed to be having like a perfect baby, and then that was going wrong. I remember they were like having monster babies. It's probably a pretty dangerous character. Thomas says, do I think Helena will end up with that love interest from the previous 2 seasons? Was he? Oh gosh, I remember kind of liking that guy. Did he end up being okay? Because I was gonna say, yeah, I hope so, but then I was like, wait, did he end up being a bad guy? I don't remember. Is that the one that she used to wear like his hat and stuff? Laurent says it could be a messed up clone, or the 107-year-old man could be like, that is a really good thought. Is this man who's in control of everything, does he have some issues too? So he's got like split personalities where he doesn't even know that he's out doing crazy stuff in the woods, and then he's like a normal person. I don't know. But being 170 is already kind of messed up. So I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah, I hope that we don't have anyone like Art or Felix or anybody like that dying, because I really like both of them. So I hope nothing bad happens to them. Hi, Tony. Thank you so much for being here. Delphine, I saw someone mentioned her earlier. I've kind of gone back and forth with her, Patricia. I sometimes wondered in the past, like, can we trust her? Now I feel like we can trust her again. Like, I'm all on team trust Delphine right now. So I don't know if you're scared about her being bad, or if you're scared she might die. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but let me know. Thomas says you can't entirely remember if he was bad or good. Yeah, I remember at the time, like, I really liked him and I was really happy for her because she was really happy. And then I can't remember what happened with him. Like, something in my mind's telling me that something went wrong. Tony, sure, go ahead. Ralph says, don't forget about the creepy drawings in the old book Sarah was looking at. I think I have forgotten about that. Was that this season or last season? Help, I'm like losing it here. Laurent says the main guy that was hunting Sarah was trying to keep it on the hush-hush for a reason. That's why you think it could be this 170-year-old man. Brian says you're honestly iffy with Rachel. She's like a horrible person, but she's gone through so much. Don't know if you want her to die or not. And we talked about her a little bit earlier, and I was definitely feeling sorry for her last season. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's been through all this stuff, and I feel bad. And I think maybe she's a really nice person. But now I definitely think she is evil. And I don't know if I don't think I'm going to like her again. We'll see. Claire says, Delphine, you really loved. Delphine, you feel really love Cosima, and she's playing a role so she can keep the clones alive. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking she is doing whatever she can to help Cosima. I'm going to be really upset if she's like double crossing her. Thomas says you think that they will either kill off Delphine or Felix. So we thought Delphine was dead before, right? And you think, and one of the clones. And Ralph thinks Art will be killed off. His story kind of ran its time. Yeah, I like him though. I really do like him. So I don't know who they're gonna kill off. I don't think I'm ready for it because like unless it's Rachel or someone evil, which you know that's probably gonna happen too. It's sad. You know what is going on here? I knew that this guy who had a question for me was not going to be appropriate. Seriously, I swear to you, it's like the same people keep making new YouTube accounts. I don't know what it is. I keep getting the same comments and on live chats, the exact same comments, and I block people, and then they come back with a new name. Like, what is your life? How do you have time for this? Claire says maybe Delphine is dead and she has a wow, that's a really great thought. Maybe Delphine is dead and she has a clone. Ooh, wow. That's very deep there. I like that. Now, with that being said, can we trust her clone if that's true? Thomas says also, what is up with that fake police woman? Yeah, I don't know. You mean the woman that's kind of working with Art? Yeah, she's trouble. Or working with. Laurent says, as much as you love Helena, you think she might die instead of Cosima. Oh, that's really going to bother me. I'm going to have a real problem with that. You know, but I really like Cosima, you know? Brian says the trolls are like people who dislike your video, but they keep coming back. I don't know. It's weird because I keep having the same comments from different usernames. I'm just like, I don't even know how you make millions of usernames on here. It's very weird, but I think you're a fan if you keep coming back under new usernames. That's a lot of work, you know? Brooke, the PLL live chats are on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. So I hope you can make it. Always the day after the show airs. So hopefully you can make that tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm nervous about this season of Orphan Black, but I do think it's time. I really feel like they went for the right amount of seasons and definitely think it's time. But I really enjoyed it, but I'm not like, it's not one of those shows where I'm like, oh my God, I'm devastated to not have it in my life. Like I'm just ready to see what's going to happen, how it ends, how it wraps up. And I think they'll do a good job with it. But I am going to be sad to lose like Tatiana in my life. Like I need to see her somewhere else. I hope she gets a really amazing job after this. Claire says, what do I think will happen to Kira in the next episode? Looks like she's going to get kidnapped or something, right? I don't know. I think in the end, she's going to be okay. I don't think they will have anything bad happen to her, but she's so interesting. She's just like a special person, you know? Thomas says, where was Mrs. S? You can't remember if she was taken with Kira or was Kira already taken? See, I feel like it's confusing. Maybe I should have watched the finale for the last season before watching this because I was like, wow, so much is going on here. And I'm having trouble remembering what exactly has happened in this show. I've always felt like this show was one that you definitely have to pay attention to. You know, there's some shows that I've watched and done videos on in the past where I could be like checking my email or whatever and watching it. I would still know exactly what was going on. But this one, a lot goes on and everything's connected. So you can't really just jump into it like in season 4 or something. Brian hopes that Mrs. S dies. I go back and forth with her too. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, she's good. She's, you know, on their team. And then other times I think, I can't trust her, so I don't know. Tutti Frutti, hi, I remember you. You're back. Sarah, you said maybe Sarah will die to save her seastress from something. She will go like a hero. Yeah, I could see that. You know, that'd be interesting. Well, God, I don't know. It's hard. I'm thinking maybe whoever dies is like Cosima or something because she doesn't really have a family. Because like Sarah has Kira and you know, Helena is possibly going to have these babies, and Allison and Donnie. Although I could see Allison. Are they supposed to raise her kids? I can't remember. Brianna says you feel like they might finally give Rachel her redemption season. That might be an obvious way to end the show, but she might sacrifice herself to save her sisters or do something good for once. And I would be all about that. That would be wonderful. I would love to see her go in that direction. Claire is asking if I think Castor will play a part again. I was thinking about that actually during this chat. I don't know. I could see that definitely coming back into play. Yes. Ariana says it was the trucker, Jesse. Yes, and this was the guy who kind of dated or whatever, Helena. And then she says Donnie Hendricks later tracked him down and brought him and Helena together again. The two spent quality time together bonding in Jesse's truck. And okay, so I would love for them to get back I would love for them to get back together and then raise the babies, but I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, so Tutti Frutti, you come to my, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's like always like 250 people at the live chat, so I'm sorry. I actually have not ever seen you comment. I'm sure you have, and that's just how fast the comments go by. So I will be looking for you tomorrow, but it's just like, they just fly by, and I get just whoever I see in the moment, I just read their comments. So it gets pretty crazy. But thank you so much for being there at those chats and for this one as well. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do a video this week on this episode, just because I don't really know what I will talk about. I feel like, you know, a few things happen, but I don't know if it's enough to do a whole video. I might just wait till next week. We'll see. But I'll definitely be doing like the sit down videos on this show and these kind of chats for this show for the rest of the show. So yeah, I don't know. I think like bad stuff could start happening anytime, maybe even next week, you know. Thomas is asking, who is the father of Helena's babies? Okay, so wasn't that the crazy guy like out in the woods that like implanted her with the babies? Help me if I'm wrong here, but like kind of like the Amish people or whatever. Is that who it is? I feel like he just like implanted the babies in her. And Claire says, do you think this episode was one of those where it leads to bigger plot holes and events? Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I feel like things were happening, but nothing like monumental. Well, we know that there's like that crazy person. Well, actually, some things did happen now that I think about it. Because we had what's going on with Helena's babies. I don't know. Laurent says the father is the guy that owns that farm. Yeah, he was like that real, I don't know. I couldn't stand him. You know, he was crazy. I forgot what his thinking. He's like crazy thinking. He was just crazy. I mean, you know, they spent a lot of time on that storyline, but he's insane. I think he wanted her to stay there, right? And she like escaped. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It's hard to remember. That's what I'm saying. Like everything is so connected in this show that you really can't miss out on an episode, and you really have needed to see the whole season to understand this season, the whole series. I mean, to understand this season. So, but yeah. So again, from this episode, I want to say I'm wanting to know who is the creepy monster person who I think is a bad clone, but who knows, there may be more to that. And I'm very concerned about Helena's babies. Very concerned. I really don't want her to lose them. And I don't trust Rachel trying to help Cosima. I don't know what she's doing, but I just don't trust her. I mean, I hope we can trust her, but I really don't trust her anymore because I've gone back and forth with her. Claire says, what was my favorite episode so far? Yours was the season 2 finale. That's a hard question for me, actually, for any type of show, because I never remember usually like specific episodes unless something like crazy happens. And I know there've been crazy stuff happening on this show, but gosh, I mean, I definitely know I couldn't even tell you what episodes they are, but like some of the ones that feature like Donnie and Allison, I don't know, like them be, kind of like in the season where she was running for office, but she was trying to, and she had like that store, and she was like kind of like leading a double life. I felt like that was so funny. Thomas is wondering if this monster in the woods is a Castor clone. Definitely could be. Claire says that you bet Rachel is a puppet for something bigger. Yeah, it seems like she's working with the old guy, you know, the 170-year-old guy. And my favorite moment, yeah, it would have to be anything involving Allison and Donnie, involving them, or some of the stuff with Helena. I really love the moments when Helena was like in love with Donnie and trying to flirt with him and everything. That is so funny. Brianna says Allison getting kidnapped and involved in all of this mess makes you nervous. It's not that she can't take care of herself. She most definitely can, but she's more out of the loop than the others. Yes. But we still have Art who's going to be around her. And I think he'll find a way to help her, you know, and then Donnie knows what happened to her, and they got to figure out the deal with Helena, but I think they'll help her. Right, I really hope we see Crystal. I think we will, Brian, so I'm excited to see her again. And yeah, more Felix, more artistic Felix, Claire. Yes. Yeah, we haven't had a big focus on him. I enjoyed the whole storyline with like his sister from, I guess that was last season. I love Crystal. I know it's funny because I remember people telling me they hated her like last season, but I think she's so funny and just a great addition to like the family. I think she's really funny. Is there anything else that we haven't discussed about this episode that we should? If so, let me know. I'm trying to think of what else we need to talk about. Thomas says Sarah's husband or boyfriend, you can't remember. Does she have a boyfriend now? She used to have that one guy and they killed him off, and I was very sad because he was very good looking, even though we couldn't trust him either. Wait, did she? Oh, yes, the guy that was like, wasn't he Kira's real father? What happened to him? He needs to come back. I'm going to be mad if he's like a bad guy. Yeah, because he like took Kira like in the camper for a while. He was nice, right? My least favorite character is Rachel because she's just straight up evil. I don't think we can trust her, and I don't like her. And it used to be Dr. Leaky. Like, I really disliked him, but thankfully he died. Didn't Donnie kill him? That was actually a really good moment. Speaking of favorite moments, I think that was a really good moment. It's kind of unexpected and a good moment. I think I will make a video, and I'll probably just put it up tonight because I also have Pretty Little Liars to do that video tonight. But I can do a few things. I hope that he is not bad, Kira's dad. Like, I hope, because I really liked him, you know? I don't know. I thought he seemed like so good with Kira, and who knows? Because you know this show, like, so many people end up being a bad person. So the chances of him being bad are, you know, I could definitely see them going there. So I don't know. But I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. And do I think Sarah will get off the island? I do. Yes. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll be doing this every Tuesday. I just want to split it up because I already have a live show on Monday. So we're just going to do this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. And then I'll go ahead and get my video up at that same time, Tuesday night. If you are new here, I'm covering all of the end of Orphan Black. So be sure to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this chat. Claire is asking a good question. What if Beth isn't dead? Like, I feel like she is because we saw the footage and everything, but I think that would be a really cool twist too, you know? So maybe she's working with a 170-year-old man. Like, who really knows? I don't know. I mean, maybe they had a way to heal her or something. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys are having a great week. And again, thank you so much for being here. It's so cool to talk about this show with you guys. And I will put up a video probably in a couple hours. So check back and I'll have my new Orphan Black video up then. I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.